In this video, I share with you a roadmap to launch your career as a copywriter. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Hey, my name is Karan Dharamsi and I'm the CEO of the Marketing Nerdz. And let's talk about how do you launch your career and become a successful copywriter. The first thing you need to do is one, get the skills, right? Goes without saying, that's understood. But still, I want to remind you that, hey, to be successful, you need to have the skills. So step number one, get the skills, right? At least have a working knowledge of what you need to do as a copywriter. So assuming you have your basics in place, now starting from month number 1 to month number 6. So during the 6 months, your goal is to find the first few clients and hit a revenue of 50,000 rupees per month. Like, not a very lofty goal, and 50,000 is an amount that can help you live comfortably. Not a great living, but you can at least live comfortably with 50k per month as a working copywriter, and take about 6 months to do that. How do you find clients? Well, there are a lot of avenues. You can reach out to people on LinkedIn, and here your goal should be to find clients from India, because it's going to be easier to work with clients in India when you're just starting out. And for more details on how to find the clients using LinkedIn, you can check out my other video. It should be in the I button somewhere here, where I talk about my LinkedIn formula to attract clients. So do that, and goal is to hit about 50,000 rupees per month. And you could do that with about 5 clients when you offer your services for 10,000 rupees a month, maybe for email copywriting or blog post writing, or maybe you can hit that goal with 2 clients where you have a retainer with them for 25,000 rupees a month. So it depends on how you want to structure your service, what copywriting services do you want to offer, email, blog, landing page, sales page, right? Completely depends on you. And based on that, you would have to decide how many clients will it take, maybe 2, maybe 5, right? So depends on your service offering and the amount you're charging. But first goal is to hit the 50,000 rupees per month. And remember, when you work with clients, you want to make sure that you do everything in your power to build a good long-term relationship. Because in the service business, if you have 5 or 10 clients who give you consistent work, you are set. So try to build the relationship right from the start. When you have that first client, the second client, deliver great copy to them. And if you do that, maybe they come back and ask you to write, or their other collaterals like their website, their ad copies, right? So there's a big chance that one client could give you other projects, and it can increase the amount you make per client. And the other thing to remember right from the start of your career is, when you work with clients, you always want to maintain a relationship of an equal. Do not let the clients be disrespecting towards you from the bat. Do not take shit, because there are a lot of businesses that you can work with. So never ever let somebody disrespect you or your services. If you find a shitty client, just fire them. I know easier said than done, when especially you do not have money while you're starting out. But hey, if you tolerate shit right at the start of your career, you make that into a habit. It becomes a habit real soon, and then you let people disrespect you all the time, making you feel miserable and eventually making you want to quit the industry in general. So 2 rules of working with clients: 1, do not let them disrespect you. Build a relationship of equals, right? Number 2, build a relationship which is long lasting, so that one client can keep coming back to you and giving you work month after month, so that there's not a single month where you are like, shit, now I do not have clients. Where do I find clients from? So the first goal is 6 months, hit about 50,000 rupees per month. That's number 1. And when you reach that milestone, you immediately want to start investing money. You want to be financially smart. Do not make the mistake that I made at the start of my career, which is I blew everything that I made, which is I spent all the money that I made, and eventually again at the end of the day, I was left with no money, so I had to go find new clients. So you never want to be in that risky position. So right from the start, from the 50k you make, you want to make sure that you're investing at least 10,000. Live frugally, because when you do that, you can easily retire by the age of 35, 40. And when I say retire, it's not that you're just sitting there doing nothing. You then have a lot of choice in your hands. You can then decide what you want to do in life, who do you want to work with, what kind of things you want to pursue. And that's the freedom that, trust me, people die for. And you can have that way early in life if you start investing early. And I'm not a financial advisor, but here's what I recommend. Go check with a financial advisor, I would suggest that. But invest 10,000 rupees a month from the 50k you make into a SIP. Right? That's what you want to invest in, and just leave it on auto deduction every single month, so that the money you're making, 10k, is automatically deducted, and then you have to live on 40,000 for the next few months, which is possible. I've done that, and 40 is a decent amount to live off of. If you do this, if you just, let's assume you're 25, and if you start investing from your copywriting earnings each month 10k, you, by the time you're 35, would end up with a corpus of about 80 lakh rupees at 12% interest. And if you invest till about, let's say 50, you plan to work till 50, then you would be left with a corpus of almost 4 crore rupees when you are 50, right? So do more research about it before investing. Learn about SIPs and what's the value of investing through SIP, but do it. 10,000 is the amount, and you want to be really disciplined about it if you want to pace and structure your career really, really well. So this is step number 1. 6 months, 50k, invest 10k, build good relationships with clients, and do not let anybody disrespect you. If somebody does, fire them. Alright, so now we go on to the next 6 months, which is month 7 to month number 12. In here, you start working towards attracting international clients. Now it's the international clients who are really going to pay you well, and which is where you're going to make more money. So this is when you start working on attracting international clients. So you do this by joining international Facebook groups. There are a lot of Facebook groups, business groups with a lot of international business owners. So join those groups. Most of them are free. And then in the groups, start adding value. Write about how a copy that you wrote increased the conversion for a client, and then how the ad copy that you wrote for a client reduced the cost per lead, or whatever you did, right? So keep sharing tips about how with your help businesses are getting more ROI, the cost per lead is going down, the conversions are improving, and how copy can help a business. So share, add value in the group. If somebody is asking a question, if you have an answer, respond to them. This is how you build your brand within a group. To a point, if you do this for 6 months religiously in multiple groups, you would build a certain brand value, brand authority, and then you would have clients reaching out to you automatically, and especially international clients, because you are in a group where you have a lot of international business owners. This was one of the strategies I used early on in my career, where I was a part of a couple of groups. I would add a lot of value, and I had people from the US reaching out to me asking me, hey, will you write the copy for us? Like, yeah, why not? I can help you with that, right? So that's one way to get international clients. And the other thing you want to be doing is, again, using LinkedIn, connecting with potential business owners that you want as your clients on LinkedIn. Do not pitch them, add connection, just genuinely connect with them, talk to them. Do not pitch your services right at the start. Take about 6 months, and while you're connected with them on LinkedIn, make sure to keep posting every single day consistently, talking about your success stories, how copy can help, and how you can add value to other businesses. And you do that on your feed. So let these business owners read about your success stories, about your skills. And then when you wait for a period of about 6 months of doing this, I'm sure some clients or some potential lead would automatically reach out to you and ask you, hey, are you willing to write a copy for us? And you're like, hey, why not, right? So this is how you start attracting international clients. Now it's a longer method, and I suggest you do this because when you work with international clients, and if your English and if your language pattern is not in accordance to how they write, there's a big chance that you may get client early on, but they might not be happy with your work, right? So from the first month, if you plan to work with international clients, and that should be your plan, you should start learning how people in the US write, how native English writers write, what is the language structure, how they use certain phrases, how they structure a sentence, and you'll be surprised that it's a lot of times it's really different than how we write in India. So while you're working on building that attraction funnel where you will start attracting clients down the line from the US or UK or other countries. In the meantime, in the first 12 months, you're also putting in the time to learn and to sharpen your skills, writing skills, so that when you have international clients reaching out to you to work with you, you are ready to deliver a top-notch copy, and a copy that they're not going to be disappointed with. And that's the only reason I'm asking you to wait for 12 months before starting to work with international clients, because if you work with them early on and they are disappointed, there's no second chance. They're not going to come back to you to write another copy. And like I said, if you get one client, you want to work on building a relationship with them so that you get consistent work from them, and not just for one project but other projects for their other marketing collateral, so that you are their go-to writer. And in a service business, one client can easily pay you crore rupee in his or her lifetime, or even more. So if you're not really sure about your English and not really sure that you can please an international client right off the bat from the get-go, then spend time, take about a year and learn and work on your skills and build yourself to the point that, hey, when they hire you, you are ready to write in the language pattern that they are going to be happy with, and they're going to feel like you are a native writer and they can completely trust you with all their other writing projects. So when you hit this point of about 12 months and you have a couple of international clients coming in, your revenue should move up from 50,000 rupees to about 2 lakh rupees at least a month, and keep at it for the next few months. So from month number 12 to month number 18 or 24 for the next 1 year, work at that pace where you have some Indian clients and you have international clients as well. And now, because you have international clients, you slowly start raising the rates for your Indian clients, and if they are hesitant to increase the rate, then it's time to let some of them go and say, I cannot continue at this rate. And you want to remove, or in a way do away with, clients who are a pain to manage, because you're getting paid in dollars. And I'm assuming by this point, when you start working with international clients, you will start getting paid well. So 2 lakh is the goal from the 12th month to the 24th month, which is for almost a year. And in this period, you want to now sharpen your skill and learn how to write a sales page or the webinar copy or the big writing projects which can pay you $5,000, $10,000 for a single piece of sales pages. But that's going to take time, so you want to spend at least another 1 year learning that skill, so that from the 3rd year you can start reaching out to clients to write those sales pages or the webinar scripts or the big blockbuster copies that's going to make you a lot of money and make them a lot of money. I do not recommend you take up a sales page writing project right off the bat, because it's really long. It takes a lot of time and experience to understand the structure of writing a long form sales page. So you need at least a couple of years of experience in your kitty, and which is where you start writing email copies, ad copies, blog posts, and gain that experience, and simultaneously work on writing those classic sales copies by hand, analyzing them, so that in a couple of years you start to understand the secret structure of a long form copy, and then you approach clients. And because you already have existing clients, you might reach out to them and tell them that, hey, I'm ready now to write a long form sales copy. Do you want to give it a shot? Let's do it at $4,000. And from the 3rd year, here is where you can also look at turning this into a business. In the first couple of years, you're working as a solo writer, as a freelance writer, but from the 3rd year, you can then look at hiring copywriters. So your focus should now be on getting new clients and then your team writing the copy. You could hire a couple of writers, focus on getting new clients, because by this point you now know how to get clients in. So get more clients, let your team write, and then you just oversee making sure that, again, the quality doesn't dip, the writing is top notch, so that the clients are happy. And this is how you laterally grow your business, where now you're not working on the copy per se, but you're focused on getting more clients and the sales part of the business, and you have a team that's actually looking into writing the copy and you oversee the work. So from year 3 you can either go solo and take up those big copywriting projects and make about 5 lakh to 10 lakh rupees a month, depending on how hard you want to push yourself. Or you can turn this into a business, have people working for you, and you take it a little easy. You focus on getting the clients and your team works so that you have more breathing room. And again, you can scale this up to 5 lakh rupees per month. And once you hit that point till about the 4th year, then you just need to understand what are your goals, what kind of a life do you want to live, how much money do you want to make, and then take it forward from there. But I think this is a systematic roadmap which I have laid out for you, and the most important component of this is investment. Make sure to be disciplined and set aside that amount, and you know what, you will thank me when you're 40, when you're 50, because you would then have more choices, you would then have more power to decide on what you want to do with your life. Well, I hope this video helps you and gives you a path that you can follow and then make it your own to suit your lifestyle needs and to meet your goals. Well, this is me, Karan Dharamsi, signing off for today. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Take care.